What if I told you that in just one trip, you could hike a volcano at sunrise, sip tea in rolling green fields, and walk through royal palaces that feel frozen in time? That's exactly how South Korea felt to us. A country where ancient dynasties and futuristic skylines coexist so naturally. Every day brought something new. Bustling cities, serene temples, cozy villages, and of course, unforgettable food. Traveling here was seamless thanks to the efficient trains and warm hospitality. And honestly, it quickly became one of our favorite travel destinations. We started our journey in Seoul, the capital of South Korea. First, we visited Gyeongbokgung Palace, and it completely set the tone. Passing through the majestic gates into vast courtyards felt like stepping back into Korea's royal past. We made sure to catch the changing of the guard ceremony. The colorful uniforms and rhythmic drums gave us goosebumps. Inside, the throne hall and painted details were even more impressive in person. Afterward, we wandered into Bukchon Hanok Village, where traditional houses line winding alleys. It was surreal standing at photo spots where tiled rooftops met the modern skyline. We even stopped at a tea house for sangwa cha, a warm spiced tea that gave us a moment to slow down. At sunset, the whole area glowed, and it became one of our favorite Seoul memories. As we experienced the firsthand, we can suggest to rent a hanbok, Korean clothing, before visiting, just like we did. Not only do you get free palace entry, but it makes the experience more immersive. Did you know that Gyeongbokgung translates to "palace greatly blessed by heaven"? We found this pretty interesting. From the palace, we made our way up to Namsan Tower, one of the best spots to get a full view of Seoul. We took the cable car up, and the ride itself was so much fun. At the top, we spent ages just watching the city stretch out beneath us. It's even more magical at dusk when the lights flicker on. The lovelock fences around the base made us smile, seeing thousands of tiny declarations left by couples. We also wandered through Namsanggol Hanok Village nearby, which added another layer of history to the day. It felt like the perfect blend of old and new. Reflecting on our time there, we recommend to go up by cable car but walk down through Namsan Park. The city views are amazing at every turn. We loved it. Did you know that the tower was originally built in the 1970s as a TV and radio broadcast tower? We thought it's worth to share. One of the most surreal experiences of our trip was visiting the DMZ, the Korean Demilitarized Zone. Standing there, looking across to North Korea through binoculars at Dora Observatory was something we'll never forget. Walking through the third infiltration tunnel gave us chills. It's such a stark reminder of the peninsula's divided history. The highlight was stepping into the joint security area at Panmunjom, where you literally stand on the line between two countries. The whole day felt intense but deeply meaningful, and it gave us a new perspective on Korea's story. As we experience the firsthand, we suggest you to book your DMZ tour in advance, and don't forget your passport. You'll need it for entry. Did you know that the DMZ, despite its name, has turned into an unexpected wildlife sanctuary because so few people enter the area? We found this pretty interesting. After the city and history, we craved some nature, so we headed east to Seoraksan National Park. The hike up Ulsanbawi was challenging, with endless stairs, but the view at the top took our breath away. For a gentler option, we also tried the cable car up to Gwanggumsong Fortress, which still offered incredible scenery. We loved seeing Sinhongsa Temple tucked into the mountains, its giant bronze Buddha surrounded by pines. The park was stunning in autumn, red, gold, and orange leaves everywhere. After a long day of exploring, warming up with seafood stew in nearby Socho, was exactly what we needed. Based on our experience, we recommend to start your hike early. Trails and parking fill up quickly, especially during fall foliage season. Did you know that the name Seorak means snowy peaks, since the mountain stays snow-capped well into spring? Next, we headed south to Busan, and the energy shift was immediate. More relaxed, more coastal. We spent mornings at Haeundae Beach, strolling the boardwalk with iced coffees in hand, and evenings watching the skyline reflections at the Bay 101. Gyeongju Culture Village was a highlight. Colorful houses stacked on the hillside, with street art tucked around every corner. At Jegalchi Fish Market, we nervously tried live octopus, and it turned out to be surprisingly tasty and chewy. Haeundae Yeonggungsa Temple, perched on rocks by the sea, felt almost otherworldly. Busan quickly became one of those places where we thought, we could definitely stay here longer. We encourage you not to leave without trying Busan's famous Esyat Hoteok. It's a sweet pancake filled with nuts and seeds. We loved them. Did you know that Gamcheon was once a poor hillside settlement, but was transformed into an art village through a community project? Our next stop was Jeju Hanok Village, and we instantly fell in love with the atmosphere. More than 700 traditional homes fill the area, and each alley seemed to have its own charm. We climbed up to Myeongdong Pavilion for a sweeping view over the tiled roofs. It was stunning. Of course, we couldn't leave without trying Jeonju bibimbap, which came beautifully presented in a brass bowl. In the evening, we sat in a cozy tavern sipping magyeoli, a Korean alcoholic drink, with endless side dishes. Renting hanbok, traditional Korean dress, was also so much fun. We felt like we'd stepped straight into the past. Having explored it ourselves, we recommend to stay overnight in a Hanok guest house for a real taste of traditional life. We really enjoyed the experience. Did you know that Jeonju is a UNESCO Creative City of Gastronomy because of its rich food culture? We figured this was worth sharing. From Jeonju, we traveled to Andong's Haho Folk Village, which felt like stepping into Korea's Confucian past. The mix of thatched cottages and grand manor houses was fascinating to see up close. We timed our visit to catch the Haho Mass Dance, a hilarious and witty performance that's been around for centuries. Climbing to Myeongdong, Cliff gave us the perfect postcard view of the whole village curled around the river. Andong also had some of our favorite food. The city's famous jimdak, braised chicken, was delicious. Exploring here felt special because people still live in the village, making it feel more authentic. We would highly recommend to check ahead for mask dance performance times. It's worth planning around. Did you know that Haho is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, along with nearby Myeongdong Village? Finally, we hopped a flight to Jeju Island, and it honestly felt like a different world. We dragged ourselves out of bed at 4 a.m. to climb Seoraksan National for sunrise, and it was absolutely worth it. Later, we hiked part of Hallasan Mountain, though not all the way to the top. The trails were beautiful, full of birds and fresh air. Exploring the Manjangal lava tube was like walking through a natural underground cathedral. We also loved watching the legendary Haeundae women divers bringing in their catch. Such an inspiring tradition. Of course, we indulged in Jeju's famous black pork barbecue and snacked on the island's sweet tangerines. As we experienced the firsthand, we suggest to rent a car. It's the easiest way to see Jeju at your own pace. Did you know that Jeju is recognized by UNESCO for its unique volcanic landscapes and lava tubes? We ended our journey in the serene Boseong green tea fields, and it couldn't have been a better finale. Walking along the terraces of bright green tea bushes, with mist rising between the rows, felt almost magical. We tried everything from green tea ice cream to green tea noodles at the cafes nearby. The small museum helped us understand just how important tea is to the culture here. We even stayed overnight in a nearby village, and it was one of the most peaceful nights of our trip. It was the perfect place to wind down after weeks of exploring. No trip to South Korea is complete without tasting its traditional dishes, and the food here is as charming as the country itself. For example, bibimbap, a beautiful mix of rice, veggies, and meat topped with a spicy kick of gochujang. Kimchi, served with every meal, tangy and spicy. We became addicted quickly. Bulgogi, sweet, savory, and smoky grilled beef. One of our absolute favorites. Samgyeopsal, grilled pork belly that you wrap in lettuce with garlic and sauce. Pure fun to eat. Tteokbokki, chewy rice cakes and spicy sweet sauce. We grabbed this from street stalls constantly. Japchae, stir-fried glass noodles with veggies, light but flavorful. Sundubu jjigae, spicy, soft tofu stew served bubbling hot, so comforting. Samgyetang, ginseng chicken soup that felt nourishing and hearty. Haeul pajeon, a crispy seafood pancake, perfect with a glass of makgeolli. Hateok, sweet pancakes stuffed with brown sugar and nuts. It was our go-to winter snack. We loved it. South Korea surprised us at every turn. From palaces and mountains to beaches and villages, each place had its own soul. If you're planning your first trip, be prepared to fall in love with the country just like we did. If you enjoyed the journey, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your fellow travelers, and subscribe to our channel for more adventures around the world. Please check the links in the description for recommended travel essentials. Let us know in the comments which place is on your bucket list, or share your own travel tips. Remember, travel is not just about the destinations, but also the memories you create along the way. Thank you for watching, and let's the journey begins.